They know you know them. There's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. The Cowboys will put toe to leather to crank us up. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Sun Devils offense will have the football first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They've got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Oh, he's got some space. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
That is a crazy sequence of events because if you're the defense, you're feeling yourself after getting that sack on first down. Now you've got them in second in California thinking you're going to do it again, and you let him get out the gate. The speed shows up. He somehow is able to make people miss, use the speed, get to the sticks. That kills you as a defense.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Let's think a second about Arizona State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Arizona State.
People probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense will go to work for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare every game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's long. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Nothing too exotic about that blitz right there. That's just the middle linebacker coming right up the middle of the field in the teeth of that offensive lineman. Nobody accounted for him, and he gets home.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. 3rd down and a big one for the Cowpokes. That's caught. It's Church. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you, and I get you.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him.
Looking deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Looking downfield on 1st down. He wants it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Sends it back in motion. Floats it out in space. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, So fast closing out. He got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Cowboys will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Lowers that and runs through another one. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finding open areas. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Sun Devils come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. They're working that left side. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Hand off to the single back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the air.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Creates a little space. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. And the Cowboys come to the line in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. To throw, it's Ball. Oh, they're after him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
That That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Clock ticks down, under 4 minutes to go in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the right.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
They go to the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Quickly complete. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
And that is a huge conversion on third and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal, but instead...
Going for the goal line. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with this second. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
I think there were a lot of doubt. Wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing third and short from their own 17. Back to throw, it's Law. Rushes on him. It's complete on the right side. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Cowboys will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll take it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
With that penalty, they give this offense a little helping hand. Now it's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. Second down, he'll throw it. And that pass was knocked down, but the good defensive play is not going to stand. I think the D was in the neutral zone.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. Just feeds the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, to give, looking for room. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Law. Pressure coming, and some room to work. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on 1st down. On the run, fires downfield. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver, and you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it, he'll get a foot down, and help out his offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man, it's Coates. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking for the goal line. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's long. Lets it go to the end zone. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboy. Fit it in the window for the score.
And the offense had to have a drive. They had to put points on the board. 0 points until this drive. Down in this ball game. Needed to get some momentum. Gonna need a lot more in the second half if they want to win this football game.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
35, Oklahoma 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Stillwater. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Boone Pickens Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Sun Devils will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why...
There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Law. Blasted as he lets it go. Got a man in the middle. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And they're able to get him down.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Trying play action. Hit as he throws. grab defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Back to pass. It's Law. Under fire. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Here comes the heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
That's why as a defense, it's so important to win early downs. You win 1st and 2nd down, you set up 3rd and long. Now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in CUSA so very critical. How about this one today? The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The Blue Raiders have been hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by just 1 over Middle Tennessee. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top. Floating away. Trying to escape and get it himself. Turning it on. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the 1st down.
Under fire. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed. 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Dropping back, it's Law. Makes the grab. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Cowboys will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes.
Breaks into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sun Devils are on the move. They're going to run it. He breaks the tackle. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
I like the offense using misdirection there because at this point in the game, you're just trying to get one guy out of position. If one guy can lose leverage, that can be an explosive play offensively, and you saw it right there.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. The Sun Devils really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. It's complete. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Here comes the speed on the jet sweep. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
And that's the impact of having a quarterback with a ton of speed. You see how the defense, everybody just locked in on the quarterback. They weren't even thinking about the receiver coming around in the jet sweep, and that's a big reason why.
Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Law. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, he's got some space. Defense trying to take it back.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Motion from the wideout. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Fires left, and it's picked off right at the goal line.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Quarterback on the keeper. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. Offense gets set for second down. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now facing a third and long. Looking to pass. It's Lincoln. Gets open down the middle. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Finds space on the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Cowboys look to keep this drive humming. To the air on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Here's the pressure. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking toward the sideline, and a nice job to keep his feet in bounds.
Well, give the defense credit there. They took all the quarterback's options downfield away, forced him to check it down, rallied to the football, and now they've set up for it.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have. make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Scanning the field, it's Diaz. Complete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the catch, it's Church. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Sun Devils come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They want that clock to run. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front winning their one-on-ones, and you got to give the D coordinator a ton of credit. He has dialed up the perfect plays in the perfect moments, and they have made this guy's life a living nightmare today.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Diaz. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are, it's late, everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And the Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game.
There he goes. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all three phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously. And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
And the Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Diaz. Plucks it out of the air. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams.